Sometimes a woman forgets words, memories, plans, even people. But there are certain men she just can't erase from her heart. And the crazy part? Most guys think it's about looks or money or some perfect life strategy. But it's never that simple. A woman remembers a man for how he made her feel when nobody else was watching. She remembers the way he carried himself, the way he moved through life, and the way he treated her when she wasn't even sure of herself. And today, I want to tell you something that might sound a bit heavy, but it's true. A woman can walk away from you. She can date someone else. She can block you, ignore you, act cold, and pretend you meant nothing. But deep inside, she knows when a man touched her soul. And that man lives in her mind rent-free, even when she tries to fight it. Before I explain these 5 types of men, I want you to hear this clearly. You don't become unforgettable by trying hard. You don't become unforgettable by chasing. You don't become unforgettable by begging a woman to see your worth. You become unforgettable when you show her what most men can't give. A woman never forgets a man who shifts her inner world, and most men never even try. The first kind of man she never forgets is the man she felt safe around. I'm not talking about physical strength, though that can be part of it. I'm talking about the feeling that she could be herself without fear. You know that type of guy who doesn't judge her for her insecurities, her past, or her confusions. The one who listens without making her feel stupid. The one who looks at her with a softness that says, "You're safe with me." Women remember that. You might not know this, but a woman's mind never stops working. She is always scanning the room, the situation, the person. She wants to know if she's okay. She wants to feel settled. She wants peace more than excitement. A man who gives her peace stays in her memory forever. Because the world is loud. People are loud. Life is loud. But a calm man, a grounded man, a man who sits with his own emotions without letting them spill all over her, is rare. Maybe you don't see yourself as that guy. Maybe you think she wants the loud one, the flashy one, the one who shows off every minute. But no, the man she can breathe around is the man she never forgets. Even if she leaves, even if she messes up, even if she pushes him away, peace is hard to replace. The second type of man she can't stop thinking about is the man who carried himself with quiet confidence, not bragging, not trying too hard, not talking about himself every second, but the man who knew who he was. Confidence is not noise. It's not showing the world what you have. It's not proving anything. It's walking through life knowing you're enough, with or without her. And trust me, women feel that energy before a man even speaks. She can feel it in your posture, your eyes, your timing, your tone. A confident man doesn't rush. He doesn't force. He doesn't crumble when things don't go his way. A confident man has emotional backbone. He doesn't panic when she pulls back. He doesn't lose himself when she shows attitude. He doesn't fight for her attention like he's starving for it. He lets things be. He lets people be. And she remembers him because most men don't act like that. Most men think confidence is loud. But the truth is, loud confidence is fake confidence. Real confidence is silent. It's steady. It's unshaken. And when a woman meets a man like that, she doesn't forget. She might not choose him right away. She might be scared of him because he makes her feel something new, but she never forgets him. He stays in her mind like a soft echo she can't turn off. The third type of man she keeps thinking about is the man who saw her deeply. Not the surface, not the makeup, not the photos she posts, but the real her. You know how rare it is for a woman to feel truly seen. Most men are distracted. Most men don't even look up from their phones. Most men react to her looks, not her mind. But a man who notices the tiny shifts in her tone, the sadness hiding behind her smile, the excitement behind her words, the little things she never tells anyone, that man stays with her forever. Women remember emotional presence with a kind of loyalty that runs deeper than logic. And you might be thinking, but buddy, I tried being that man, and she still left. and I hear you. I get it. But here's the truth most men don't understand. A woman can leave the man she loves. She can walk away from the man who saw her deeply, because sometimes the love scares her. Sometimes she doesn't feel ready. Sometimes she feels she doesn't deserve him. But even if she walks away, she remembers. She carries those moments quietly, even if she never says it out loud. When a man sees her soul, she never forgets his face. The fourth type of man she can't stop thinking about is the man who had standards. I know this sounds simple, but it's not. Most men bend. They bend their values, their time, their pride, their entire identity when a woman gives them attention. They say yes when they should say no. They chase when they should pause. They accept disrespect because they think losing her would break them. A man with standards doesn't do that. He doesn't yell. He doesn't beg. He doesn't argue. He just knows what he wants and what he won't allow. And women respect that deeply. A man with standards is like a mirror. He shows her what kind of woman she's being. A woman remembers the man who didn't let her walk all over him, not because he was cold, but because he respected himself. Self-respect leaves a mark. He didn't need her to complete him. He didn't fall apart when she tested him. He didn't lose control when she acted distant. He simply stood his ground with calm strength. And that is rare. And women crave rare. You see, a woman can't fully relax with a weak man. She may enjoy the attention, she may like the idea of being wanted, but deep down she knows weakness when she sees it. And she does not forget the man who held his own, the man whose backbone she could feel in his presence. Even if she left him, even if she chose someone easier, someone who didn't challenge her, she remembers the man with standards, because she knows she won't meet that again easily. And the fifth type of man she never forgets is the man she hurt, but he still walked away with dignity. There is something powerful about a man who gives his best, who loves with honesty, who shows real care. But when he feels disrespected or unvalued, he steps back. Not with anger, not with revenge, not with drama, but with quiet acceptance. A man like that hits a woman differently. She doesn't forget him because he handled pain with maturity most men never show. Women remember the man who didn't fight to stay in a place he was no longer respected. She remembers the man who loved her, but also loved himself. She remembers the man who didn't try to change her mind. He didn't try to force loyalty. He didn't throw guilt or blame. He simply walked away because he knew his worth. And that kind of exit stays in a woman's mind forever. The crazy part is, most men think leaving is weakness. They think walking away means losing. But the truth is, walking away is the most powerful move a man can ever make. When a man leaves with dignity, with calm, with a steady heart, the woman feels it in a way she can't explain. It's not just that she misses him, it's that she realizes she lost something solid, something steady, something rare. She realizes she lost a man who won't be replaced. And here's something you need to understand today. You don't have to be perfect to be unforgettable. You don't need money or status or charm. A woman remembers you if you touched her heart with honesty, if you carried yourself with strength, if you treated her with respect without losing your self-respect. She remembers you if you stayed true to who you are. She remembers you if you loved her without begging for love back. And she remembers you if you left when staying meant losing yourself. Maybe you're listening to this right now because there's a woman you can't stop thinking about. Maybe she left. Maybe she chose someone else. Maybe she acts like she doesn't care. But hear me clearly. If you are one of these types of men, she remembers you. She may never say it. She may pretend she forgot. She may hide it behind pride. But trust me, she remembers. You don't have to chase anyone. You don't have to prove anything. Women remember men who carry truth, self-control, peace, confidence, and emotional depth. They remember the men who moved with heart and backbone at the same time. They remember the men who didn't lose themselves in the process of loving. And maybe that man is you. Maybe you've been doubting your worth. Maybe you've been thinking you're not enough. Maybe you've been replaying the moments wondering what you could have done differently. But if you showed up with honesty, with kindness, with real strength, then you already left a mark on her. And she knows it, even if she hides it. And here's the important part. Don't become this man for her. Become this man for you. Because when you live like this, when you move with calm confidence, when you respect yourself, when you hold your standards, when you love without losing your center, women feel it, people feel it, life feels it, and you attract what matches your strength. A woman may forget the man who tried too hard. She may forget the man who chased. She may forget the man who folded for her, but she never forgets the man who stood tall, the man who made her feel safe, the man who carried calm confidence, the man who saw her soul, the man who respected himself enough to walk away. And maybe today is the day you start becoming that man for real, not to get her back, not to win anyone's attention, but because this is who you were always meant to be.